Hey, welcome back everyone to part 5 of A Plague Tale Innocence. This is exactly where we finished off video number 4. So just head on up the stairs to the left and don't follow Lucas. You want to take a sharp left when you get to the top because we're going to enter into this locked door. Just direct Melly to unlock it.
It's open.
And when we get inside, if she ever moves out the way, we're going to find gift number 7, Vinegar.
It doesn't smell very good.
A good remedy is a remedy
You may or
that
may not
stays.
need the other item in
You're
there.
not wrong.
Once you've got that, we can head back over to where Lucas went. And here we're going to have a little bit of,
I don't see how.
I guess it's kind of like a puzzle. It's like an environmental puzzle. So as you can see, when the lightning strikes, the groups of rats will hide. They go and hide in the holes.
Again.
Once you get into this area, you'll want to make sure you have some ignifier crafted, pick up the items that are around, and you want to just wait. So here, we're going to wait for the lightning to strike again. There are 2 hay bales that need to be lit, but wait for the lightning to strike. It struck. We want to throw the ignifier there. Then we can throw the other ignifier before the rats come out.
Not yet.
See, they almost got us. And while you're running, be sure to
Come on, we're gonna make it.
pick up any items along the way.
Did we make it? Really? We did.
As we continue
Look at it.
through here,
It's even bigger from here.
Let's get in. Come on.
you can see that this castle we're going to is pretty dilapidated. But that is not going to stop us. We're just going to crawl through and figure out a way to get to an area that is safe.
It must be several centuries old.
It looks like it's dry, but there's a pit in the way.
Now this castle seems to be specifically built to keep the rats away.
Can you do it? Yes.
Which, if you know anything about
Really old.
the story of this game, you know that there is a new one announced. So we have this part, we have A Plague Tale Requiem, and then there's a new one, I think it's called Legacy.
They all decided to meet here, it seems.
Apparently this has been going on for a while, this rat problem.
To move.
Lucas, Hugo,
So they
stay out
built
of the
this
rain.
castle
We'll open up
specifically
a path
to keep
the
the
town.
rats out.
Come, Hugo.
Once we
Ready?
get
As long as
through
we get
this
them out of the way.
area, you'll see we have like this giant brazier puzzle. So this is kind of the prequel that we got at the end of the last video. We're going to need some ignifier, so be sure to craft some. Lucas is going to light this brazier, and then we have to move it over to the other side where the ladder is, because we won't be able to go down the ladder until that brazier has moved all of the rats away. And if you notice, there's a bundle of sticks right next to the ladder. Once you've got that moved the entire way, we want to go down the ladder.
Central section now. Yes, that's a good first step. I'll let you go first. 'Cause rats are your thing. Thanks a lot.
Grab your stick and light it on the brazier, and then move through the area, I guess, to the right of the brazier.
Great. I feel better.
We want to light this next one and then climb up the ladder. This brazier here, you'll be able to move it with this wheel, I guess.
Hey, look
By
at that.
moving the brazier over, we can allow Melly to come and meet us. We want to push all those rats down into the pit, and then when you let go, like when you release the hold, the brazier will just come back naturally.
Melly,
Melly will come up and meet us, and we'll be able to push this bridge down. So we're going to have to do this all the way around,
swarming like nobles at the king's courts. But it's our castle.
lighting braziers, moving them, and forcing the rats down into the pits. So here, this bridge is already down. We want to come over
Those ones have
to
be driven into the pit
this wheel.
too. And of course, they're on the wrong side of the brazier.
We need to light that
I'm
brazier.
gonna have to go down and see what's there. All right, I'll cover you
And
with
then
the
we'll
brazier.
have to move it. Well, actually, Melly will move that one. We're going to walk along with the brazier, and we'll find another one along the outer wall that has to be pushed.
Can you take care of it? Understood.
See there, you just instruct her to grab the wheel and move it along. It'll push all of the rats out of the way.
Would you rather be down here?
And you can see the handle of the other brazier shining over there. So right here, go ahead and light the next brazier that moves along the track. And we'll also have to light this one, which will move the rats out of the way. We can climb up the side. The white paint shows us exactly where to go. And once we get up here, make sure and grab all of the items that you can. Then we can go ahead and push this brazier to the opposite side. This is going to force all of the rats into one area. Now once you let go of this handle, before climbing down the ladder, make sure to scour this side of the outer wall for items. There you can direct Melly to move her brazier. In that chest is a tool. You want to make sure that you grab that. Melly has moved that brazier out of the way, so now we need to push this back to the opposite side. I know it's a lot of back and forth, which this is the most efficient way to do the puzzle that I have found, but if you don't know exactly what to do, you can get a little bit lost on where to go next, because you do have to repeat sometimes, and it can be very frustrating.
That's a bit better.
Once you've pushed this brazier back, all the rats that were along the outer wall, when Melly moved the brazier over to the other side, she pushed them all into a pit. So now we need to climb up this scaffolding that has the white cloth hanging from it. Once you're up here, move the bridge down. Now all of these bridges are connected. And here we should have only one more set to go to get the rest of the rats out of the way. So climb down. Melly's going to move this brazier for us and push the rats away. I don't know why I got so far behind. I was looking at something, I guess. And then off to the left, you'll see yet another brazier.
How am I going to get up there?
Again, I'm not over crafting my ignifier, only when I need it. Here, we can grab a stick. And we'll light it and walk over to this ladder here. There's a small torch on the wall next to the ladder. We need to light that and then climb up the ladder. Once we are up here, be sure to grab any items that are along the way. Then we can push this next outer wall brazier all the way to the ladder. Once we make it over to this side, Melly's going to move her brazier to further push the rats away from this area, and we can freely jump down and head over to the previous brazier, climb back up, And from here, push this outer wall brazier
And with these
all the way
noble
to the
birds
other side.
readied themselves to recover what was rightfully theirs. A home.
And
Go
over
it.
in the
Come
middle
on.
of the
I'm sure there's
courtyard,
a cellar in
Melly
here
is
somewhere.
going to let
Amicia.
go
It's not that
of, or
simple.
she'll
You
push
don't know
the
me.
other brazier in
All
the
right.
inner circle
I understand.
to fully push the rats into the pit. And at that point, we'll be finished with this particular puzzle and we can enter our new home.
Now, now, now! Loose the dragons! Come on, back off, you bastards! Retreat before Amicia the Amazon and Melly the Fury! What? Melly the Fury? I told you you didn't know me!
Yes.
So now we've safely made it inside,
Huge.
and this is going to end chapter 7, and we earn the Path Before Us trophy. And we can go right into chapter 8. I'll skip the cutscenes.
What's that noise?
When we get control of Amicia,
You see?
Right. This
Hugo
will
wants
be
us to follow him, but we're going to look around a little bit first. So there are items scattered all over this room. Apparently this is the room we're all sleeping in. If you come over here,
Oh,
you
yes,
can see
the things
all
we
of the
found.
gifts that we
This
have
will stop us
collected.
losing them in all the mess.
And every time you find a new gift, it will be set on that shelving.
We've got a lot of work to do.
The first time that we're in here, you'll see there are some areas that will be inaccessible. Don't worry, we'll be back here. It's kind of like our main hub. We'll be back here a few times throughout the rest of the game. And each time there will be items
have
that
to
are
patch up these
replenished
steel mattresses.
just around. This workbench is always going to be here. Be sure and pick up the tool in front of it. And here, I'm checking out everything. It looks like I need 2 more cloths to upgrade my pocket. So I'm going to look around before upgrading anything and try to find those 2 cloths. Once you've explored this room, we can go ahead and follow Hugo to the right. Before we follow him down the stairs,
Green line
you want to look
behind
on the
sun.
stairs going up and grab
not
curiosity
a
number
prophecy.
15, Iconography. Then we can go down the stairs with Hugo. Now he wants to go into that room, but we want to go further down the stairs. Hugo's going to catch up with
Where
us.
are you going?
It's all right. You can come. Where does that lead?
We're going to get our chapter specific special trophy for chapter 8 here. There's really only one way that we can go. There is a little hole there. It looks like you might be able to get out, but you can't. So just keep on going down.
Oh.
And when we come into this room, you'll see that there is a
know.
tomb.
We can say something.
So
if you'd like.
upon finding this tomb
We don't have any candles.
and having the
But
little
we will leave you in
conversation
peace.
with
And thanks for
Hugo,
looking after us.
we earn the
Come on, let's
tribute
go.
trophy. And all we have to do for that is simply find the tomb. Once that's completed, just go back up the stairs and then we can enter the room that Hugo wanted to go to earlier. It's a pretty linear path. You can't really stray off of it. Even though this castle is pretty run down and needs a lot of repairs, they're very lucky to have found it, especially being that it's well equipped to deal with rats.
Oh, there you are. Sleep well?
So in this room, this is
The boat is in bad shape.
where
But
Lucas
it's
has
bad.
set up his
I'm on the brink of
laboratory.
completing the great
There
work.
are a lot of
You-
items in
You
here,
can help me.
Oh, yes, yes.
and you'll have to
have to
do a
do?
small task for
Brazier,
Lucas.
I need the
It's,
file from the left-hand
you just
table.
have to grab a jar
All
for him,
right.
On me.
which is right there.
Do.
We need light for the last step. Must be it. Hugo, go get a candle.
I can do that.
Alchemist lived here.
There are also things you can
Maybe the
interact with
rentiers
just to get a
too.
little bit more information.
Here. Anything
Set
else?
the jar down on this
yes.
table for Lucas
Concentrated
and
laurel sap.
he'll do some sort of
I'll get it.
experiment.
What's a
We'll just
great
keep
work?
walking around and
An
collecting
It is
items.
the elixir that will illuminate your path. A beacon for the bearer of the macula. It came to me during the night.
This is another jar for Lucas. We'll go and set it on the table for him
Here.
again.
Good. So, the angel's tear, the pinnacle of alchemy.
The elixir.
Wow.
And he does a little bit of alchemy.
It wasn't supposed
I
to
don't
do
know
that.
what he's doing, but Hugo seems interested, so that's
It
good.
doesn't matter, Lucas. Perhaps we should let you rest, right, Hugo?
Well done, Lucas. You're a sorcerer.
So now we're going to go ahead and
Lucia,
leave the
come on.
room
I'm
with
coming.
Hugo so that Lucas can do whatever it is he was doing before in peace. And we'll head back up the stairs.
By the way, have you seen Melly?
No?
Maybe she's already
Now
gone.
back up here, we're going to go
Why
over...
didn't you say goodbye to her?
Well, I'm going to stop at the workbench and take a look. I still can't upgrade my pocket. Yes, I need 2 more fabrics. So I guess I'm just going to keep on looking because I really, really want those bigger pockets. Anyway, we'll come through this door over here. Be sure and stop off to the left and grab gift number 8, the Alchemical Crucible. Then we can head up the stairs. And then we're outside.
Wow.
Come on, Amicia. Let's both do it.
Having fun, are you?
Here we can have a little bit of
He's
fun
such
with
an artsy.
Lucas.
Melly, we thought
Just
you'd
by
come.
pushing
Come on.
the triangle button when
We need to
prompted.
talk.
Then we'll walk over here and speak to Melly. They're going to have a conversation that takes
What's the matter?
a little bit of time, so I'm speeding that up so that you don't have to listen to the entire thing. And
Oh,
we're
what
going
did
to
you
go
find?
behind Melly. There's a barrel there,
Of the language of
but behind the
birds.
barrel is
Poetry,
curiosity
perhaps?
number 16, bird language.
Down there.
Don't forget to grab that.
What
It's
joy?
pretty
The
important.
one in the dining room. I'll show you. Come on.
I'm following you.
Once we leave, we just go back down the stairs and into the main hub room.
Look, it's the same symbols.
You're right.
Look at
Alchemist coat of
what
arms,
Hugo
maybe?
wants you to
Have you seen
see.
the tree?
The tree?
Come on, over here.
Here I'm coming, check again. Although I know I don't have enough to upgrade the pocket. It looks like I just decided to upgrade the pouch.
bad.
I guess
Not
I got
bad
pretty
at all.
impatient. And I can also upgrade the Atural if I like. Although I didn't, but I could have because I have extra tools. Which is good to have options. So grab all the tools that you can. Even if you don't use them, make sure you have them. When we come out of this area, we'll have a short
Where
cutscene.
are you going?
And we're going to look in this area. There
What
is
have you found?
Herbarium number
It's
5,
St. John's Wort.
St. John's Wort.
Oh,
So be sure to walk
protection
over to
when you go to
Hugo
the
and
town.
interact with him
Must
so
be
that we
powerful
can
stuff.
get
Yes,
this
It's
herb.
a very good flower. It looks good on you.
thank you.
After this, we can walk over to that tree and have a little look at the
Always be
necklaces
here
that Hugo and I hung here
us.
while he plays with the butterflies. Now there are a few doors that we can't open yet. We'll have to wait. The next time that we come to this area, more of the doors will be open. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. Here, I'm just going to run down, being that I did do an upgrade. I'm going to do one last look about and grab any items that I could possibly replenish
Don't
because
worry.
I
You
used
girls
them
know
for
how
an
to handle
upgrade.
ourselves.
I'm sure you do. Good luck nonetheless.
And it looks like that, well, I'll make some ignifier but otherwise, you know, and also you want to make sure to have a Luminosa at all times. Luminosa does use the leather, so be careful with that. I think you can only have one on hand at a time, but it is important to have it just in case you get cornered by rats. It'll make your life a whole lot easier having that Luminosa available. Anyway, once you're done with that, walk over to Melly and interact with her,
Alright, come on.
and we will earn the Our Home trophy for completing Chapter 8. And from here, we're going to head straight into Chapter 9. Here, it's just Melly and Amicia. Let's take a look at the codex. It shows that we have 5 of 13 Herbarium. We have 8 of 11 gifts, and you can look through each one. I'm just highlighting them to show that we've already gone through that. And then the curiosities, we have 16 of 26. So we're well over halfway. Just double check, use this as a reference to make sure that you have all the same ones that I do. If you've missed one, you will have to go back and repeat a chapter. Now, when you're following Melly, veer off to the left by this tree, and we're going to find Herbarium number 6, Lavender,
He likes putting them in
and
my
we
hair.
get the Herbalist trophy. That is for finding 6 Herbariums.
What's that crowd on the bridge? It's the townsfolk.
Then we just follow Melly
Yes,
once that
bite
is
tail.
done.
Exactly. And where there's the bite, you'll also find the Inquisition. Aren't you the smart one?
No. Did you know him? A thief.
Here,
used to work with him.
it looks like Melly knows
He was
this
gifted,
guy,
so
which
that's
is
the
pretty
punishment for
sad,
stealing. Death.
I guess.
I don't want to find Arthur with that kind of crime.
And
Come on.
this is going to be the last that we see of Melly.
With you, Melly. I'll open this.
Once she unlocks this door for us, which takes her longer than usual, we're going to split up. She's going to go and try to find her brother, and we are going to go off on our own separate adventure.
Leave of their own accord? Come on, get a move on. We have to get the last ones out.
Okay, going up the stairs, those guards are going to go away, but make sure you come all the way to the top because there are items here. And we are going to be using some of our consumables. So you can make a few extra, don't go overboard. Come through the left. We don't want to follow the guards. We want to go where they came from and climb up this spiral staircase. When we get to the top,
Wow.
you'll have the look button. We're trying to get to the university, which is way over there. It's well lit. So drop down off the side here, and then we want to go down the
You
stairs.
can do this. Here we go.
I tend to spend a lot of time looking for items. Once you get out of the building proper and you're on the stairs, you want to crouch, and you do want to wait here. Wait for those guards to walk away from that door. They can be a pain, and they will notice you immediately if you go down too fast, so let them get ahead of you. Then we want to come down this wooden staircase here. If you come around the back, underneath the stairs, there is a chest. Be sure to open it and grab anything inside. See, I almost missed one. Move your camera angle around quite a bit to make sure that you don't miss anything. Up here, those guards are going to be way over there. We don't have to go that way, so don't worry about them. There are a couple items there on that table. And when you come here, you'll see just one lone guard, but we want to throw some ignifier on that torch. The guard's going to come around and inspect it. And in order to not get eaten by rats, we're going to wait for him to turn around. And then we'll go and follow, because the rats are not going to... They're not going to come after us with the torch lit. Here, just wait for him. He will move. Follow him around and try to stay in his light, but don't get too close. And then come on the opposite side of this table here. Again, we're going to wait for him to turn around and head back in the opposite direction. And once he has his back to us, we can freely move on to the next area. Just hop over this fence with the white paint on it. In this area, there are a couple items on that cart. You want to look and see that there are guards coming. There's one with a lantern. I almost killed him, but don't do it because there is another armored guard here. So he's going to stay right there. What we want to do is use a rock and throw at the helmets to lure him over.
I think it came from over there.
He'll walk over and inspect this, and then eventually he'll turn around and head back the way that he came and go stand back at his post, and we can follow in his torchlight behind him. So as soon as he starts moving, you start moving and try to stay in his light. And once he's standing there, if you look to the left in that little cubby hole, there's a torch.
Let's go and see.
You want to light it so that he walks over there and inspects it. And then we can come here where this torch is lit. You can go grab those items, and we need to go down the alley that's to the left. Now over here, once you climb up here, you'll be prompted to look again, and there'll be some people running through here. They're not guards, they're just regular people. They'll have a conversation. Before we move on, you want to climb over this wall. There are items in this little cubbyhole area. You can see there are swarms of rats coming. So those two guys booked it out of town. We can climb up on this roof and then take the ladder down. I don't know why I did that. Now, once you get down this ladder, go to the left around the fence. Over here, there are a few items, and there is a bundle of sticks as well. And we need to go through those rats. So we're going to need the stick to be able to walk over there. And you can't really see it from here, but there will be a wall torch that we can light once we get around the corner where the men were running. So light your stick, go down the stairs, and head to the first building around the side of it on the left. You'll see just around this archway, there is a torch on the wall. So go ahead and light that. And then open up the chest. And inside of here, there is a tool, along with a few other items. We can't go any further here, but we want to make sure and grab that tool before we proceed down the main path. Light your stick and head back the way we came, so to the right. And once you get up the stairs, we're going to head through that archway to continue on.
Ah,
Once you drop down the side of that wall, we're in an empty alleyway, but you can see there's a guard that's harassing one of the townsfolk. So come into the room on the right and hide behind this table. Use your rock and knock down the body that's hanging. The rats will go and swarm it, and we'll also have a guard that enters the room. Get ready with your sling to break his lantern. And then we want to head over to where he came in, because there is a chest there.
It might be warm, but
In here, we get the next curiosity, which is number 17, the sheepskin. So don't forget that. Then we want to go back to the main room and up the stairs. In here you can interact with the bed. It's just, you know, poor people that have gotten the bite. I think we should have enough fabric now to upgrade our pocket the next time we get to a workbench. Anyway, come into this side room and open up the door.
they've all been executed.
Here you'll be prompted to look, and you'll see there are bodies hanging from that structure in the middle. We're going to have to knock down a couple of those bodies.
Locked.
Around the other side of the stairs there are items. You can check and see if you need any of those. And then we want to come over here and you want to knock down 2 of the bodies. We're going to have to crawl underneath that structure, and it's filled with rats. So those bodies are going to keep the rats busy, allowing us to pass underneath unseen. Look around in this area for any items before we go down. As you can see, there are a couple scattered around, and there are lots of guards in this area. So once you come down, you want to crawl underneath that little hole, and you can see the rats are busy. There are a few items there. When we come out through, when you go to the left, there's another hole. There's a guard standing to the right, and we're going to have to try to get past him. But first we're going to have to lure him away, and we need to create a safe path. So throw some ignifier on the torch. That's going to prompt the guard to come down and see what's going on. Of course, we do our usual thing, just hide and wait for him to become disinterested. And when he turns around and has his back to us, then we can jump over this low fence and head over toward the torch.
All right.
Make sure you're not in eye shot. Here I am going to crawl up the side of this little wall and grab some of these items. And unfortunately, I forgot to grab a stick. So you're going to see me come back and grab that stick. Here, be careful. Don't disturb the rats.
Don't look. Don't look.
You want to go to the left out of this hole. And here, we can throw ignifier to the left at that little torch. That also, you can see over there the guard that we just got away from. He notices that we lit that torch, but he can't see us if we're hiding right here. So I'm just kind of waiting him out for just a second. And then we're going to have to go back and grab a stick so we can get over there and open that chest. I know, backtracking is... When you can avoid it, you want to avoid it, but that's why I mentioned the stick before coming down here, so that you guys don't have to make my same mistake. So I'm going to sneak back over there where we came from. And I'm not even going to worry about the guard because he won't be fast enough. We're going to climb up the side wall, grab the stick, hop down, and go underneath. He won't be able to get us. So now that we have our stick, we can go back to where we came from. Light your stick on this torch here and walk over to the left. From where we entered, it's to the left. Open this up. Grab the items from inside quickly, and then you have to walk back before the stick. See, we just barely made it before the stick goes out. Here, we're going to go ahead and light this torch. That alerts the guard. Same game as usual. You do spend quite a bit of this game just waiting, but usually it doesn't take too long for the guards to go away, especially when you're just lighting a torch. As long as they don't see you, it doesn't take long for them to go away. Hop across, follow the guard, but go to the opposite side because we need to go in the direction that he's facing. So here, grab a pot, throw it over there, and when he walks away, we're going to hop the fence and go down this alleyway. Once you pass underneath this boarded up area, you're going to run down the alleyway and make a very short stop. There's a card on the right. Grab the item off of there and then continue on. We'll be entering the cemetery, and that's where we're going to pick up in the next video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you have found this helpful, and I can't wait to see everyone back here in part 6. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.